Did you actually see the reactor go critical?
I heard it was destroyers. Did you know water runs uphill there now?
It probably started just like any other day in the great Inquest city of Thaumanova. The dormitories were slowly emptying, while the various crew members were taking their usual positions in their labs, faces lit by the eerie glow of arcane instruments. In the middle of all this, buzzing with excitement, the chief of one of the crews was waiting for the visit of a special consultant. In the background, the reactor hums a symphony of progress and ambition. Suddenly a deep rumble shakes the facility. Gauges spin wildly, alarms blare, raw magical energy chokes the air. Reality starts spinning, stretching, and tearing. Portals materialize, spitting out nightmares and other equally confused creatures. Screams fill the air.
What sort of toxic gas is filling the chamber?
Burning! On fire! Help!
What are you doing? This entire place is about to go up in a blinding flash of chaos magic!
Chaos magic? That's not what the special consultant says. You don't have any idea what's really going on here, do you?
No, but I know that things were fine until your precious special consultant came along. I also know we're dead if we don't get out of here with as much valuable data as we can carry.
Did the crew chief say that, or did the consultant? I'm not sure whose orders to follow anymore.
Doesn't matter. There's 100 ways we can die here. The only way we live is to do our jobs and get out.
A blinding explosion tears through the reactor, a maelstrom of unleashed chaos. The very fabric of reality ripples, and the world trembles on the brink of the unfathomable. They were dealing with something that had never occurred on this planet before.
When the reactor blew, the world's fabric turned inside out. Some things will never be the same.
The core's explosion released a surge of quasi-theosophic energy that changed reality, pushing the facets of nature out of sync. One room is frozen in ice, while fire blasts in another. In one corner, vegetation took over, almost like time moves differently here, while water falls up in the next area. Poison fills the air, while chaos rifts bring about disoriented creatures from all over the world.
We may have to seal off the entire area around that ruptured reactor.
A dome structure? Something that could be filled with diatomaceous earth?
Exactly my thinking. Excellent. Why don't you head up the exploratory crew?
You're sending me into the hot zone? I mean, yes ma'am. Thank you for the opportunity.
Help started to arrive from all over Metrica, and all the way from Radasum. A response team was put in place to clean up the chaotic energies, with researcher Burp at its heart. He is responsible for handing clean omatic devices to anyone interested in decontaminating researchers, while beasts and Inquests need to be eliminated. For heroic deeds here, Burp may also provide a Thaumanova flame siphon for the legendary axe Astrolaria.
Bring me enough golem parts to complete my suit, and the whole world benefits. Well, mostly you and I benefit, but that's a start, isn't it?
Engineer Walla is another brave member of the clean crew. Her niche is exploration facilitation, designing and building protective gear. If her genius is allowed to fully exert itself, she will be able to make a suit that will shield its wearer against any magico-radiative influences. The clean crew is responsible for another innovation in hazardous cleanup, the Clean 5000 Golem. Ruba is the genius in charge of operating this living enchanted manifestation, and if you destroy the chaotic materials from the fallout, she will lead her golem to the explosion site, to absorb the clouds of chaos magic. The unrepentant Inquest are trying to get their hands on this technology, and all that chaos magic stored inside the golem, so there's some defending to do.
Magic battery cell damaged. Failure imminent. Excuse me.
Oh no, keep it in. You can do it. That's an order!
Cannot maintain.
Ingesting all this chaos energy is unhealthy, it can go straight to the golem's core, and as you probably know, a fusion between these elements can lead to an indigestion of epic proportions, giving birth to a gargantuan fire elemental. Other symptoms might include dropping meteors, flame waves and regular embers spawning.
Oh no, my dear 5000! This world didn't deserve you. At least the fire elemental was stopped before it could do too much damage.
Cleaning this whole mess rewards you with a chest of goodies, and once a day there's even some bonus loot. From this event you can also obtain materials for building legendary weapons, like the Staff Nevermore, the Pistol Hope, the Dagger Incinerator, the Torch Rodgard, the Flame Seeker Prophecy Shield, and the Moot Mace. And if you happen to find a Matrix Q key lying around in various corners of the reactor, you can charge its fire powers by inspecting the defeated Clean 5000 Goemm. Its water, ice and earth powers can be infused at the various elemental charger devices that you find within the ruins. Once fully charged, the key can be used at the central console to lower the force field. This allows you to jump in the energy stream and teleport on a higher platform, to finish the last step of the cleaning process. Defeating the misplaced and disoriented champion Steam Ogre that you find there, will give you the Cleanup Crew achievement, plus some steam-powered timepiece for the Chronomancer's Horologica shield. We don't know a lot about the origin of the steam creatures, but it is possible that you created them in an alternate reality. I highly recommend building an infinity ball in your personal story, and see where that takes you.
Dad, can I go with my friends to see the survivor camp?
No. You'd just be in the way. Those people were badly injured in the explosion.
But I heard it was a carnival of grotesquerie and deformity!
Not nice. I said no.
Not far from the site of the disaster, a camp was set up for the survivors.
I heard about the disaster, and I've come to help.
That's public-spirited of you. Commendable.
Where should I start? I have no medical knowledge, but I'm a sympathetic listener.
Listening is about all we can do for some of these patients.
Gliga is in charge of the camp, while medics and volunteers are trying to help the victims of the explosion, but the effects of the chaos magic contamination are highly unpredictable.
Flash, bang! Pain, pain! What you are experiencing is an unfortunate side effect of the recent explosion at the Thaumanova Reactor. The fallout is affecting us all in a myriad of ways.
Ouchie, ouchie!
Yes, ouchie indeed.
The Inquest visit the camp too, but as you might have guessed, they are not here to lend a helping hand.
Listen well, the Inquest's purpose here is twofold. First, we will take back the energy core you stole from us.
Will you never learn? No one wants to hear your babble. Leave immediately.
Second, and most important, we will be taking you as participants in our experiments.
Everyone here survived the reactor explosion, and you want to torture them some more? I will not allow it.
Well, you've ruined my speech, and any glimmer of hope you had of escaping with your life.
The Inquest use a mind control golem, to kidnap those poor mangled, mutilated and mentally damaged survivors, and take them through a secret private gate, and to a hidden lab within the outer complex. Their mission is to imbue their golems with an endless power supply, life energy.
Stop! Them! Hurry!
The Inquest use these intraflexion nodes to charge their golem energy core. It would be disastrous to allow this technology to exist, so Refugee Agent will need your help to lead the imbued golem energy core away from Inquest, and back to the survivors' encampment, where he can dispose of it properly.
This energy core is going to cause more harm than good. We're better off ditching it in the jungle.
Where anyone can find it? No. We need to keep it away from the Inquest until it can be properly inspected.
That golem! Is it active?
It must be activated by proximity to the energy core. Let the golem carry it until we get back to the encampment.
You're back! And what have you brought with you?
Look, it belongs to the Inquest. It's some kind of imbued golem energy core.
This is very troubling. Keeping it here will only bring us more conflict.
I plan to have it destroyed once it has been given a thorough examination. It may be booby-trapped.
You've made an excellent point. I do believe we've had quite enough catastrophes for one lifetime.
After all these, Refugee Agent will sell you medical kits that allow you to drop bandages for a little healing, some condition removal, and even a bit of boons.
Do you think the reactor disaster will affect the farms and greenhouses?
Crops are still growing, if that's what you mean.
Yes, but are they still edible?
Let's leave some out for the Skrit. If there's a sudden increase in filthy vermin carcasses, we'll know there's a problem.
The fallout from the reactor spilled all the way to the Anthill, and the Skrit are spreading the damage deeper into their scratch, by collecting all the shiny chaotic materials they get their hands on.
There is power in the chaos! Much power! How do we ignore that?
Have you seen what it does to your people?
Everything with you is cause and effect! This and that! Input, output! You don't see like Skrit!
It's scientific! The chaos magic is corrupting Skrit!
You will never understand! Not with your linear thoughts! Not enough angles!
What are you talking about?
Exactly!
You can try to convince them to drop these rocks, but be careful. Enraging the Skrit or destroying chaotic materials can summon chaos beasts, or even turn you into chicken. Or a rabbit. The Chaos Crew and their leader Pichu are generously trying to help with this situation.
What are we doing here? We should be gassing those tunnels, not making friends with those rats!
You are too close-minded. They seem friendly enough, and we need to monitor the chaotic material in that cave.
I suppose, but...
No buts. And besides, you fool, they're practically giving away the Inquest tech they've found. Play it cool. We could make a fortune. Maybe if you were crew leader, you could make the decisions. Until then, keep your thoughts to yourself.
The effects of this disaster spill even further than just Metrica Province, reaching the Toxel Bog and Brisbane wildlands, and even further. Helt is one of the researchers from Thaumanova who was sucked into one of the portals, and got dumped here. This presented him with an unprecedented opportunity to study chaos rifts in action, and he learned so much just by lying here, that he's not willing to go anywhere. Another survivor is Weist, and his Goemm unit. While looking for its master, unit will have quite a few things to say about the cause of the explosion, before storming the Thaumacore Inquiry Center, where the Inquest store a mysterious Thaumacore energy source.
Initializing error. Initialization failed. Begin essential internal diagnostics. Doobie 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 doo 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 doo. Memory matrix analysis complete. Scanning recent events. Sustained damage in reactor explosion. Analyzing data collected during explosion event. Analysis complete. Cause sabotage. Perpetrators Inquest. Initiating secondary protocol. Inquest. Saboteurs detected. Elimination mode engaged. Inquest saboteurs identified. Attention. You have committed criminal acts against life and property. Surrender or be neutralized. Surrender not evident. Preparing neutralization subroutine. Integrity within acceptable parameters. Resuming neutralization subroutine. Master Wist, unit, was not aware of your survival. Secondary protocols deactivated. Awaiting further instructions.
Yes. Thank you for finding me. My colleagues scoffed at my secondary protocol, but who's laughing now?
Another injured Inquest researcher can be spotted all the way in Ascalon, in the Chaos Crystal Cavern. He is all that's left of his crew and his leg is broken, so he is trapped down there. Some of the crystals used at the Thaumanova Reactor were excavated in this cavern, and they exhibit a twinning effect, which in turn creates a sympathetic metamorphic reaction, attracting chaos rifts from Metrica Province all the way here.
Did the Inquest have anything to do with the reactor explosion?
I'm not at liberty to say.
You have no idea, do you?
Who or what caused the accident is of no consequence. We can and should benefit from it.
So are the Inquest to blame? Or did the mysterious special consultant have a bigger hand in this situation? Was it a case of nature taking over the mind, or did the consultant see a path out of the draconic cycles?
How did this disaster happen? Keep your voice down. There are Inquest agents everywhere.
You can't blame everything on saboteurs.
We have to blame someone else.
It would take a long time for the investigation to reveal what happened here, and to answer some of these questions, you must visit the first season of Living World's story. What I can tell you is that we might not have found out the truth if it wasn't for Ellen Keel. While trying to impress the Asura on the Captain's Council, in order to win an election, she promised to push the Consortium into creating a fractal to glimpse into the Thaumanova disaster. If her opponent would have won, we would have witnessed the fall of Abaddon instead. No, not the one from Nightfall, but the original fall from grace, that happened during the Old War. Our last stop on this map is at Goemm's lab, just so we finish Metrica Province on a high note. Goemm the Mad is another Asura who may or may not have been affected by the explosion at the Thaumanova Reactor, as his lab floats above the Inquest outer complex. The entrance to this jumping puzzle is close to Old Ula's lab, and it carries you through windy, stormy and chilly stations, all the way to Goemm and his chest. This lab is indispensable in creating materials for legendary weapons like the Sword Bolt, the Pistol Hope, or the Dagger Incinerator. And with this, we can deem Metrica Province thoroughly visited. Give us a like if you had fun, and tell us in the comments what was your favorite bit of this extraordinary map. Before we leave, make sure to subscribe and activate the notification, so you will be properly informed when we start our next adventure, which will take us away from all the heat and mosquitoes, and deep into the refreshing spirit of Wayfarer foothills. But until then, happy exploring!